pharmaceutical industry. You know, there's even like a for-profit prison industry. All of these industries, they pay millions of dollars every year towards lobbying for influence in the political process. And you know, if you look at the number of registered lobbyists, it's more than 10,000, and then all of the shadow lobbyists that aren't registered. And so my question is, how can we return the political process to people, and so that we can be sure that the political process represents the interests of people and not the interests of these powerful corporations?
Yeah, I would say this: the best way we can do it is to reduce the size and scale of the federal government. We reduce the size and scale of the federal government. There'll be a lot less people up there lobbying for it. But the reason that you see more and more lobbyists is because the federal government's doing more and more things and spending a lot more money doing it. And so the more money it spends and the more things that it does, the more people are going to come and say, give me a piece of that, or don't do this to me. You look at a situation like Dodd-Frank, for example, which is this explosion of regulation and all the costs associated with it. If I'm a small community bank that I'm being put out of business, don't I have the right to go to Washington, D.C. and say, stop this, change this? I think it really is a function of the explosion of the federal government. And I know that there are all sorts of lobbying disclosures and all these types of things, and they're all in place. Do they do any good? I guess they provide some level of transparency, but the bottom line is, as long as the federal government is going to do all the things that it does, you're going to have people, and it's going to affect your life and your ability to make money and your ability to have the freedoms you want, or your ability to take care of a care. Then you're going to have people from the Alzheimer's Association who are going to be hired to come and lobby for that. And if you're going to say to them, well, I'm sorry, we're not going to let you do that, how fair is that? I mean, that's a constitutional right to petition your government. It's right there in the Constitution. So it really is an issue of the size and scale of government. Yes, sir, on the other.